sports. It's in the game.
Call it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet. No respect, haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up straight to heaven. Drop the big beats so they gotta listen. Yeah, you can hear me now. We're just a couple of weirdos coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. To Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Saw the magician's assistant in half like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up straight to heaven. Drop the big beats so they gotta listen. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now.
Hello, everybody.
Well, there's a new building set to open adjacent to us to the south, but for now, they're still playing football at the Georgia Dome, and that's where we're located here in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
I think one of the things that attracted people to Alex Smith initially was his mobility, and that's never changed. That guy's a great athlete, but he's so sharp with the football, so accurate, and takes care of it so well. He rarely puts his team in bad situations.
A dump off for Charles. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 15 that time, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Smith. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread off.
Jamal Charles, nobody in front, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 45 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the third overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
Always knew he'd be a gym rat, very cerebral player, a guy that beats you with his mind as well as his physical attributes. But the best part, poise under pressure. He knows how to bring a team back in the fourth quarter.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Tambahali coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He goes underneath to Freeman. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. On third down, Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Offense.
Following the penalty, here's Charles. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on second down is Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Vic Beasley coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Third and long, it's Smith. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Sean Weatherspoon. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Second down following the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And complete on the right side, it's Tammy. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Play clock winding down. Ryan, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
On second down, here's Smith. It's brought in by Harris. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demetrius Harris, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Here we go now. Blue line it. No. Check. Patriot.
Now Castle. Over the middle. It's caught by Rodgers. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons are going to get a first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This will be caught at the 2. And he's brought down after a good gain. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal to go now. It's Coleman here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Rashid Hagman. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Holding offense.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Now let's go. Blue, Landy. Blue, Landy. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, here we go. Blue, Landy. Blue, Landy. Leopard. Leopard. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They're going to try and throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to an Atlanta first down.
Let's go. Green, 39. Leopard. Leopard.
And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. they'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Castle. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete on the right side. It's Tammy. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And now they're in the hurry up.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Back that up, Billy. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Their big-bodied receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Franks for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throw complete there. Rodgers, 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Castle. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90.
first down. He'll drop to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Here we go, you now, Barney.
Switch gears.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Right there, 54.
Here's Castle. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. 10 yards still left on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the ground, this is Ware. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They run again with Ware. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run now with Ware. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal of the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They come out here in the eye. On the run, it's Ware. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. possession left. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Now that was a big stop on 3rd down, and this is where head coaches make their money and answer the question right here and now. Do you kick the field goal for the 3 points, or do you go ahead and try and grab yourself a touchdown lead?
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
So out come the Falcons now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Green 39! Green 39! Hot! No. Check. Patriot!
Wide, get wide.
Set! Blue landed! Blue landed!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better. Chark Kendrick West. And all the way in for a